Hello, hello. Checking out Chris BYERS, our local Northwest pool player out of Portland, Oregon, and Tony CHOHAN. That break Chris just hit, and that cue ball had to be about 4 feet straight up in the air. Tony takes on the 2. Looks like it gives up a pretty easy shot on the 2 to lead to the 3. 5 balls definitely got a little bit more complicated. Just got to be in a tighter window to get onto it correctly. just a moment here to post this match up. Good evening, Ron.
Hello, Trevor.
Nice control on that 4 to the 5 there.
Did I hear you say you saw that his first break?
Yeah, that thing was wild. Almost left the screen and came straight back down on the table.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were doing 9 doesn't count.
Yeah, I think that's a good rule for rack your own with a wood rack.
Agreed.
Because I think I've witnessed 4 or 5 9-ball breaks today that in short races it's just a pretty tough thing to fade. Especially if someone, not saying that anybody would do it intentionally, but that 9 travel into those bottom 2 corner pockets is pretty common with the wood rack. Just a little gap there in the back can get a track in that direction. Ooh, this got a little funny.
Yeah, this is tough. He's far enough from the away from the rail. I wonder if he draws it over the rail, stays up table, or if he falls it all the way, rolls all the way down.
Yeah, looks like it's too much of an angle to follow, but I think he'll avoid the side pocket. Yeah, it looks like he's playing it with top. Definitely more accurate cueing there. Look outside pocket.
Oh, no. Brutal.
Oh.
All that work.
Yes, indeed.
Well, 1-0 Tony with the break. Not that he needed the help.
Nope, did not. But he will take it.
Yeah, it's brutal. I feel for Chris. You know, you're playing a world beater like this, and you got the chance. You drill that 8-ball. Just hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty odd line coming into the side pocket there. Definitely was not something you think of on a... Ooh.
Right.
Might get an opportunity to get it back to 1-1 with ball in hand. The skill level, you'd like to think that his chances are high. Not really any problems.
Yeah, I think this is the shot right here. 1 to the 2.
Yeah, the 4 to the 5, you got to kind of fade a little bit of traffic. But shouldn't be too difficult with the pocket that close together, or close to the object ball. You should be able to manipulate things around pretty easily. Where's your home pool room, Ron?
Oh, I live down in Olympia, so probably play at O'Blarney's the most. You know, if not people's houses. There's quite a few people down here with nice tables at home, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I live right by Ed Caulfield, and he's got a nice 9-foot diamond, so.
Sweet.
Between the 8 and the 5 here. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful line.
Now do you go forward because of where the 8 is? 2 rails?
Might just run into the 8 here. But he chose to go 2 rails. I forget that this is not new felt. You can make things like that happen on new felt. It slides way too much.
Oh, yeah.
Made it look effortless. Stay on the underneath side of the 8 to float over for the 9. You should be in good shape.
Yeah, this will do a lot for the mental side to kind of erase that first one.
Yep. I think beside that break, Tony's only taken one shot at the 2. So get Chris back at the table, and I'm not saying that Tony can get iced, but
Yeah, that's got to be a pretty hard thing to do. The only ice is in his veins.
I felt like I was throwing an underhand pitch there to get knocked out. All right, let's see if he keeps the cue ball on the table or if that pop break is intentional.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. Did it go up and hit the light? It must have.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that one because I literally had just pulled up the stream to see if anybody was in here commentating yet, and cue ball like pop. I mean, it was almost out of the camera angle.
I think it went up straight up, hit the light, and came straight back down on the table, but let's see what happens here. Well, didn't get a lot of movement out of those balls.
Yeah, he definitely took quite a bit off of that break compared to the first one.
We got Tony here, dare I say, kind of got a grimace thing going on here. Purple shirt. Oh, well.
He might still have an edge of this ball.
Yeah, he can make it for sure, but I don't know if he'll be running into the 6 or he's just going to go. I don't know.
He might throw in. He's just playing safe.
Yeah. Too much to do there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see Chris BYERS out playing in the tournament. Haven't seen him competing a whole lot of recent times.
Definitely one of the local favorites.
Yeah.
The higher level players.
Yeah, I love the silkiness of his stroke. Is just so with his height and long limbs. I remember. Oh my goodness, these side pockets are just being rude.
That one was honestly even worse than the first one. For how thin it went in there.
Yeah, I mean that came along this angle right here. Tony going for the jugular, the 2-9 combo here. Probably cinch the cue ball back to the 9 or the 6 just in case. Yep. Not that it was necessary, but two brutal side pocket scratches to get inside your head if you're prone to those sorts of things like I am.
I haven't met a pool player that's not. I mean,
yeah. Been watching lots of commentary to kind of get pointers on things, and there was a comment that one of the guys at the World 10 Ball this last year. He says, pool players got to be short-term memory. You got to be living in the present and forget about all the bad things that can happen on these tables.
Yeah.
This table's not giving up a lot off of the break.
No, I think Tony took a little bit off too after that scratch. He seemed to break them a little softer that time. And we're going to see a safe.
Yeah.
Million different ways you could go here.
Right. I was just trying to see which is the... I kind of like trying to get underneath of the 3 ball.
That was the first thing I saw too, and then possibly getting underneath the 4 going this way.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the 3 gives you more traffic to hide behind. But he chose your route. Does it get far enough past?
I think he can see it. Yeah, that's where it's going to hit right there. I mean, somebody like Tony, he's got to bank this ball, right?
Yeah. I don't know why I was looking at the 3 ball there for a second, just because it was the last ball moving. It's been a long day, I guess.
Oh, wow. Played under the 4.
That's strong being that close to the 4, because I think it eliminates the jump opportunity.
Yep. I don't know. I think he does have enough to jump this. I think it bumped that 4 out enough, if he wants to.
Right.
I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't, if he can. Tough to kick that one out in the middle of space. And
yeah, those wide angle banks out into empty spaces. Definitely a kick that I miss a lot.
well, even if you don't miss it, the one's just good. There's such a huge area that, you know, they can both end up in and leave a shot. He's doing it.
Don't. I've seen Tony swing at the 9 too many times. I'm like, don't get too close there. I mean, that was a well executed, like, for those balls to all miss everything and get that amount of distance was pretty fortunate. Tony's gonna tie him up again. Kind of like going 2 rails and shortening it with a little bit of draw, but this is another one to get out of that's hard to not give up a shot.
Yeah. I feel like you got to hit this one with some speed, so if you don't make it, that 1 ball clears out of there, because I'd be afraid of lining up another 1-9 or something.
Good solid contact. Looks like it'll play into the side, but maybe not. The 6 is pretty looming.
Yeah, I think the 6 has got him. He's probably going to play him safe again here. I wonder if he tries to stun underneath the 4 here and run the 1 into... Oh, no, he's going to do something else.
Is this going to... No, it's not going to leak out.
I wonder if he's playing Shane if he plays that same shot.
I think so, just because he's nestling the 2-9 up and kind of complicating the rack. So even if he does kick this and somehow make something.
True that. He might be getting the jump cue for this one. It looks like he might not even be jumping the whole 9 ball.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. He can get all jacked up.
Yeah, I think the first time I ever seen Chris Byers play, he's playing James DeVee, and I was like, man, those 2 guys make these 7-foot tables look tiny.
It's ridiculous.
Another good solid hit. Leaves a thin one on the 1.
Yeah, I think we're going to see him play this with outside and try to get on the 2 on the side. Oh, no.
He was trying to play the bank in similar
Yeah.
facet as what you were. The
Well,
nonchalantness of
oh,
Tony's Ganter is just, it's a move all in itself, that's for sure.
it seems like you're just annoying him by making him play.
Exactly. And I mean, and
I'm sorry, Tony.
I don't want you to get out of your seat. It's all right.
Yeah. Well, he opened up that 2 a little bit. It looks like it'll pass the 6. Tight. I don't know.
I don't think it's wired, but it looks like it's. Yeah, he's looking at it now.
Yeah.
Don't think he wants to play the combo unless it's into the heart of the pocket. He definitely would prefer to get on the short side of the 2. Oh.
Well, that didn't work out.
Yeah, Chris is not backing down from trying to get into a moving game with Tony CHOHAN. That's an interesting choice.
Oh, little window?
Could be.
Definitely a kick.
Yeah.
And a good chance to get on that 2 in the side, too, coming around.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
where he wants to land, right there.
Yep. Here I am questioning his life choices of moving with Tony, and then he's getting an opportunity to get on the good side of that too.
Yeah, well, he's a strong enough player. He doesn't have to resort to just smacking him, you know?
Yeah. I just love how smooth that stroke is. Looks like he barely even touches it, and it just cue ball just carries so much of that inertia. It's fantastic.
Yeah, right where he put his hand.
Ooh. Yeah, just another half a rotation there on that 9 ball.
Yeah.
See the head back, a little bit of body language of frustration there.
Yeah. Stop it with the 5 here. So I can have that window between the 6, 7.
Yeah, you definitely want to get a good chunk of this 5, because then as he's clipping the 3, it's easy. Oh, yeah. Or just make them both. That is a good chunk of the 5. Think he's gonna play the 6 with shape just to bank the 7?
I don't know. He could also, he's close enough to it, I think, that he could try and get on the short side of the 7, too, because it'll go on the side of the corner if he gets over there. I don't know. Kind of.
Yeah, he's just a little straight on this close to the rail. I feel like he's not gonna be doing a lot with the cue ball. Yeah.
Huh. Well, yeah. Now now he's pretty straight. I think he is gonna. He might be able to make this 7. I can't really tell if he can see enough of it. It's.
Yeah, I think if he can, he's probably throwing it in.
Yeah, he could also just shoot and stop it and 3-rail it bank out, three-rail it out of there for a safe if he wanted to.
Man, I'd be so scared of pocketing that 7 into this pocket, trying that shot.
Or just squeaking the cue ball out. I mean, it's you gotta stop it right there.
Yeah. Dirty felt right here. I think he's straight in just to pinch it and draw back about 4 inches.
Oh, don't do it to him.
I thought he was straight in, but just needed. Oh my goodness. That's all right, Chris. We can just 2-rail kick this in the side, no problem. Stay positive. It's tough to do.
I know you're telling yourself, I should be up 3-1 right now.
Yep.
After this rack.
Oh my goodness. Almost drills it. Good solid effort there.
Really nice
Oh.
hit.
Yeah. I don't think this plays on the side very easily. He's probably going to run it up table.
Definitely not easily. Wow.
Or he just fire it in
And overhit it.
and overhit it indeed. You know how many times these players have made me sound like a fool today? I'm like, oh yeah, they're probably not going to do this. And then they do exactly that at speed. And I'm like, oh, all right, cool. That's why I'm sitting here talking about it rather than playing.
Yeah, they do. They do all the things that we wish we could do.
Yeah.
Over and over and over and over. Nine ball.
And 2 ball. And no man's land.
Whoop.
Let's try the other one, he says. One pocket players, he doesn't think it matters which ball he pulls out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can hit that 2 straight in the face, you have a chance to knock it up by the 8. Kind of get safe, but I think he's going to push out. Ooh, he's going for the pot.
Big pocket.
And you got to twist that so hard.
Yeah.
You're going to see a wild masse here. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I don't think the gap's there. It's so close.
Yeah, and I mean...
What do you do?
That's so awkward. Because I think even if you're just rolling this ball forward, you're still clipping off the bottom side of the 4 a little bit. If you can squeak into there.
Yeah, maybe he's... Oh.
Oh, he's going to jack up and bend that cue ball.
Wow. Yeah, that was a lot to ask.
That was a lot to ask.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if, you know, even shooting the 6 over there and trying to tie things up or make it harder would have been prudent there. Oh, it was just so hard to hit.
That was... Gonna end up a little funny on this. I think the 9 rolls right into the middle of the line. But he can also play the side pocket.
Yeah, Tony is definitely he's kind of like a Chris Melly. He doesn't play shape all the time, but he always gets out, you know. If people don't know who Tony CHOHAN is, you gotta go look up his one pocket highlights. It's some of the best things you'll ever see on a pool table.
Yeah, I guess down at Hard Times, he just won the one pocket tournament down there, and I've been hearing that he just played like God, just crazy shots and just getting out from everywhere.
Yeah, I watched it. It was absolutely disgusting. So many 8 and outs. I mean, just crushing people. And it was like, even, it's like one of those almost like an out of body experience where it's not even him doing it. He's along for the ride too.
Yeah, shooting that good with that kind of nonchalantness around the table has got to be just such a tough thing to fade in a one pocket match, I would assume.
Yeah, and he seems to just be completely numb to pressure. And I mean, there's so many stories about him playing for such huge money, and he's about as solid as they get.
All right, Chris back to break. Cue ball getting sent for a ride. Don't go off the backside of the 9. Ooh. And nestles up to the 2 ball. Then the 2 ball.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Just chip it under the 6, probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give up a look.
I know that hand flip.
Yeah.
Of course, you find that hole. That's how it always goes.
You got this giant wall, and you find the 1 4-inch area where both balls can nestle into to be seen. Probably gonna stick him right behind the 7. Ooh, he's hit this a little slow.
Wow. I get the feeling that Tony plays very, very, very little bar box.
I was just thinking that. I was like, man, I don't think I've ever heard of Tony playing a bar box, but I'm sure it's happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be a little tricky. Bar box with the old cloth and everything. That was a nice shot.
9 in the side. Oof. Looking pretty good from here. Everything's wide open. Just fade over for the 4 ball.
Yeah, what a nice stroke.
Yeah.
He's almost got like a snooker type of stroke, the way he gets through the ball and pulls it so far back.
Sorry, I went quiet there, just kind of mesmerized by it for a second.
Happens to the best of us. Yeah, I mean, that's tough to do, to consistently have that long bridge and pull that cue all the way back to your hand and all the way through. It's just...
Well, I mean, you think about all the little frustrating things that have occurred in this match, too, and for it still to stay that silky smooth. That's one thing I was kind of watching for, is I was like, man, after all those bad rolls and kind of funny lays, does it tense up any? And nope, just rock solid.
Yeah. Do you know off the top of your head what Chris is rated?
If I recall, it's like 717.
Yeah.
I know he hasn't played for a while. I'm just kind of going off of the memory of...
Yeah, I was thinking 720, something like that.
Let me take a little gander. I think I have a lot of the...
We're going to get to see a shot here. He's going to slice this baby in. That cue ball's going to be flying.
$716. It was close. You think he's slicing this in?
Yes. Oh, no. Well, I'm surprised. Look at that shot.
Didn't hit that one too soft. He hit that one absolutely perfect.
Boy, he's leaving him some tough kicks.
Yes, he
Nothing
is.
natural. Everything you gotta. I mean, this is so hard when you're kicking so close to that rail. The cue ball's got to travel that far to get to the one.
Yeah, you see him line up through the center of the back pocket where he wants to hit there, somewhere onto the wall. But it's still, yeah, it's. I assume he's probably going to hit like right into this area and kind of go a rail first, make the one ball play as large as possible with the chance of pocketing it. But that's a steep angle from there. I think you're going to have to bend this cue ball a little bit.
You know, this is one of those going to take that initial bend off the rail and then kind of straighten out and hold its line, and you just got to know where it's going to end up.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you see some of these high def, shots right down on the ball when these pros are kicking, and how much it bends off the rail before it takes its actual line that it's going to get, stay on.
Oh, look at this line he's picking here. Yeah, you have to just clear that side pocket. Tough save to kick out of there.
Yeah, I really think these guys at this level, I don't even think I think it's just kind of natural. They find those spots just almost by intuition. I don't think he thought, oh, if I get here, he's not going to be able to kick this way because it's, he doesn't think all that. It's just, they just end up after years and years naturally finding those spots.
Yep. When your memory banks also tend to like hold on to the ones that give you success.
Yeah.
A little bit on the in-between angle here. I think he's got to play this with high inside. Yeah. Delicate little shot there. Find that small window.
Yeah, that should be that. Well, that was a little more movement than I thought we were going to see there.
I thought he was going to hold it with draw too, but that works out very well. Tony going up 5-2.
Let's see how everyone's doing here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Jeff's faring against SVB.
Oh, it's like Shane's on the hill 6-2.
Gotcha. The chat was saying that Shane won that one, but
Well, oh, maybe that one's oh, maybe it is over. Yeah, I guess it is over.
they just ended up to load the last game, maybe.
Well, yeah.
Back to this one. Chris has found himself after the break without a look at the 2. Ooh, curious move there.
I can't imagine that was what he wanted. Tony
Maybe.
looks for half a second.
Yeah, he didn't even get fully out of his chair on that one.
Yeah. I feel like you'd want to go the other way too if the 7 wasn't there. No, maybe not. It's kind of you kind of have to shorten it up. It almost looks like.
Yeah, I think he was trying to push that 8 out just to give a little edge of the 2. Maybe thin it and get down beneath a 9, but
Yeah, either that or leave a bank and or a jump and he just pushed it too far. Oh, unlucky there.
still just a tiny bit awkward. I don't think he can follow to get above the 7 from here, but he might be able to get onto the top side of the 7 with a little inside and kind of lay up on the 3.
Yeah, I think you can miss the 7, but
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
well,
Just enough.
just enough indeed.
So smooth too, going twice across and just getting perfect like that. Not running into 7. Just knowing it's going to happen.
Overran that one by about 3 inches, but he should be able to cinch this.
2 rails inside here. Oh, I thought he was going to kill it off that top rail. That's good, though. Good amount of angle. Doesn't have to do anything.
That's good. A little tough. That's a little bit hard to hold above the 6 from here without putting a heavier stroke on it. Oh, wow. Look at this stroke.
Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy good right there. Just load up with max inside and come around 3 rails underneath the 6.
Ooh, well, that's a little thin.
He might just shorten this up with a bank too. Just drop a little inside.
3 rails all the way around.
Yeah. Wasn't sure how close it was to the rail there. Plays that one with almost perfect speed. Just enough of an angle to float down. Yeah.
Yep.
He's rolling good.
Noticed that a lot too with watching these high-level players over the past few days is they do not go to the rail where a lot of amateurs would. They like to stay off the rail and just float down like that, it seems like. Because I would have played that stun over to the rail right below the side pocket probably, you know.
Yeah. Big hill to climb from here. 6 to 2. And Tony breaking. He may not.
Yeah. I think we're a 99% to 1 with alternate break.
Yep. Is Massan around this one too? Oh, just a little full table or full queue jump.
He might. Does he shoot this on the side?
This is just sick if this 9 goes. Yes, it does.
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, it hung up. Oh my.
Wow. And look what he leaves too. Nothing easy. And you got to figure, what are you going to do here? Like, that 9 is just hanging. It's tough. Well,
chip the 3 up underneath the 8 and bring the cue ball back into here. I don't know.
Just play the combo.
He just play the combo, yeah. I just feel like the 3's going to stay right there, and it's going to be hard to kind of get back on, but...
Yes, it is. Well, I don't care who's ahead. I just want it to keep going, so...
That's kind of where I'm at. Like,
please don't kick this 3-9 in.
You know he's thinking it. And leave the cue right up. Oh, soft kicking it.
All right. I'm riding it here.
Aim at half ball, hit, withdraw, and just let it carry down the rail.
Yep. Beautiful. Oh, he fouled. Oh. Cue ball came back. He wasn't even watching the cue ball because he came back and hit the cue ball with his stick, right?
I honestly was watching the cue ball, so I didn't even see what
Or
happened there.
I guess the ball, the 3 ball, whatever it was that he banked out of there. That's a bummer.
Yes, it is. Well, these 2 balls for the match for Tony CHOHAN over Chris BYERS. That was a hard match to fade there for Chris. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Catch you on the next one. Thanks, Ron.
Yep. Thanks, Trevor. See ya.
See ya.